Hello FPL Managers to another video. Clean sheet odds. Manchester City faces strugglers Bournemouth at the Etihad this weekend with a strong possibility of keeping their fifth clean sheet of the season. Bournemouth, meanwhile, has failed to score for times. Is it time to double up on some Manchester City assets at the back? Kyle Walker £5.3 million has played every minute this year, and Josko Gvardiol £5 million has played every minute in 7 of the last 9 matches. Liverpool heads to Kenilworth Road looking to maintain their impressive start to the season. They have yet to keep a clean sheet away from home, while Luton has yet to keep a clean sheet all season. Trent Alexander-Arnold £7.9 million has yet to perform at his best this season. And this fixture could ignite a strong run of points in what appear to be favorable fixtures. Konstantinos Tsimikas for £0.6 million has kept clean sheets and looks like a great buy with Andrew Robertson out injured. Wolverhampton Wanderers head to Bramall Lane in the hope of keeping their second clean sheet of the season. Sheffield United has failed to score for times, and Wolverhampton asset holders will be hoping that Jose Sa, Max Kilman, and Craig Dawson will produce a fruitful return this weekend. League leaders Tottenham Hotspur will be looking to maintain their unbeaten start to the season, as they host Chelsea in the London Derby on Monday evening. However, Chelsea has kept 4 clean sheets in their last 6 games against Tottenham in all competitions. The game of the week comes at St James Park, where a resurgent Newcastle United welcomes Arsenal on Saturday evening. Interestingly, Arsenal has kept 9 clean sheets against Newcastle in their last 10 encounters in all competitions. With this in mind, could William Saliba £5.2 million, Ben White £5.7 million, or Oleksandr Zinchenko for £0.9 million come into consideration this weekend? There is also an exceptionally favorable run of fixtures for Arsenal after this game. Top transfers in out. Adagi 17% ownership out. Konstantinos Tsimikas 8% ownership in. Tsimikas again makes the top transfer combination after 2 clean sheets and 2 6-point returns in 2 games. Since replacing Robertson in the Liverpool starting lineup, the latter looks to be out for some time, making Tsimikas a low-cost entry into Liverpool's defense with some attacking upside. The fixture against Luton helps this week too. Adogi is a tricky one, came off early against Fulham and was absent entirely from the squad against Palace, although said to be no long-term concerns, with simple fatigue being the cause. Could, therefore, be in the squad for the next game, but the yellow flag has still encouraged many to make the move. Pedro Neto 8% ownership out. Hwang Hee-chan 3% ownership in. Another injury-driven one here. Neto was stretchered off with a hamstring injury, and it sounds like it'll be lucky if he returns before the end of the year, while somewhat under the radar from an FPL perspective. Wolves star man had delivered 8 assists and a goal in his last 8 league games. Very solid for a sub-6 million option. Hwang Hee-chan, at an even cheaper price from the same team, is the go-to replacement. His 6 league goals are the most for any player currently priced below 7.8 million in FPL. And with just 3% ownership, he's an interesting differential. Can he keep up his current form? His new owners will be hoping so. Philip Mahrez 5% ownership out. Eddie Nketiah 7% ownership in. The first non-injury driven transfer. Mahrez has blanked in the last 4 games since many transferred him in for the double game week. Nketiah is similarly priced and scored a hat-trick last game week. That said, he's not without his risks as an option, with Gabriel Jesus expected back as soon as game week 12, which could force him out of the starting lineup. Still likely to score more points than Mahrez though, who has a tricky set of fixtures coming up too. Tell us in the comments, are you making any of these moves this week? What other options are you considering? Top 10 stats. Game weeks 1 to 10. Mo Salah has blanked only once so far this season, therefore, he is the highest scoring player in FPL. Only Erling Haaland 39 has fired more shots than Marcus Rashford 34. One of them scored only 1 goal, while the other has 11, same as the whole Man United. Only Pedro Neto has provided more assists than Trippier, while none can better his expected assists 3.58, and only Mo Salah has created more big chances 9 versus Trippier's 8. After back-to-back hauls, Mo is now the 5th in FPL points tables. He ranks 3rd for both expected goals involvement and expected goals. Maybe he is the best budget midfielder this season. Goal scorer odds. Erling Haaland has scored in each of his last 3 league home matches. Bournemouth have conceded 11 goals in 4 away matches so far this season. Holland non-owners will be watching these fixtures from behind a sofa. Luton Town is one of 4 teams yet to keep a clean sheet this season. Mo Salah has scored 5 goals in the last 3 Premier League matches and blanked only once in 10 game weeks. Darwin Núñez has 2 goals and 3 assists in his last 4 Premier League matches. West Ham are without an away clean sheet. They have conceded 7 goals in their last 2 trips. BMO will be looking to add to his back-to-back hauls when Brentford host West Ham this Saturday. How many do you own from these? Chances of scoring over 2 goals. Man City have scored 10 goals in 4 home matches this season, while Bournemouth have conceded 2 or more in each of their 4 away matches. It will be a good game week to double up on City's attack. Liverpool have scored 2 or more goals in 8 of the first 10 game weeks. They have the highest XG 23.1 so far this season. On the other hand, Luton have conceded just 6 goals in 4 home matches. Aston Villa have scored the most goals, 26 this season. Nottingham Forest are without a home clean sheet. There are 9 players who are sat on for yellow cards, 1 booking away from a ban. The Aston Villa twosome of Douglas Luiz and Lucas Digne, owned by 9.2% and 6.4% of FPL Managers respectively, have been on the precipice since game week 7. New to this list is the 13.8% owned Bruno Fernandes, who was cautioned for the 4th time this season in the Manchester Derby on Sunday. Josh Cullen £5 million, Lucas Paqueta £6 million and Edson Alvarez £5 million all collected their 5th bookings of the season at the weekend, so will now serve 1 match bans in the Premier League. Emerson Palmieri for £0.5 million, Connor Roberts for £0.4 million, Manuel Akanji for £0.9 million, Curtis Jones for £0.9 million, and Ashley Young for £0.4 million will all return from bans in game week 11. Lewis Cook £5 million, shown a red card for violent conduct in Bournemouth's loss to Wolverhampton Wanderers last week, will be out until game week 12. However, who do you own from these players? He-Chan has blanked only 3 times in the first 10 game weeks. He faces Sheffield United, the worst defense by far in the Premier League. Liverpool has kept clean sheets in the last 2 game weeks. They have a 46% chance of not conceding when they travel to face Luton Town this weekend. Tsimikas represents the cheapest route to their defense. Calvert-Lewin has scored 3 goals in 5 league matches since his return from injuries. He faces a Brighton side who are yet to keep a clean sheet. Captain picks, Haaland. It didn't take long for the Norwegian to punish his sellers and the 56% of teams that picked a different captain last game week. 2 goals and assists earned him 16 points. Bournemouth at home next. They have kept just 1 clean sheet and conceded 21 goals. He's been rested all week too. Salah, the top scoring player in the game. The Egyptian now has 8 goals, 4 assists and has blanked just once all season. Luton will set themselves up to defend. Yet they have shipped 20 goals this season and failed to keep a single clean sheet. Alvarez, if you are one of the 15% of teams that don't have Haaland and like the idea of Bournemouth at home, then Alvarez is the pick. With 4 goals and 5 assists, he is very much the main creator at City. Haaland the pick this week. Bournemouth at home is simply too good a fixture to ignore. Subscribe guys for more content like this, and let's head to the predicted lineups. That's it for today, folks. Don't forget to subscribe and we'll leave with some memes.